standard input output functions, standard IO functions, that is input output functions in C language. Okay, so what is standard input output functions? Clear? So basically these standard input output functions are divided into two types, that is formatted standard input output function, and second one, that is unformatted input output functions. Clear? So formatted, and what is meant by unformatted? Whatever may be the output we have to display it on the console, we have to format as per the user's requirement. Okay, so that type of functions are called as formatted input output functions, and we cannot format the output whichever may be displayed on the console. What is console? Console is the black screen on which output get displayed. So we cannot format the output. So that type of functions are called as unformatted input output functions. So first we will start with formatted input output functions. Formatted input output functions. Okay, so basically there are two functions, printf and second one is scanf function. So already in the name of these functions there is a formatted word. What is that? Print. Print the data. F stands for formatted output. Whatever may be the output displayed on the console, we can format it. Okay, as per the user's requirement we can format it. How? We can see afterwards. So scanf, scan the data from the console, but how? In the formatted way. Clear? So these are the formatted input. Printf is a output function because we can display data on the console, so that is output function, and scanf is the formatted input function. Clear? So printf is a standard formatted input output function, and scanf is a standard input function. So what is the basic syntax for the printf? Printf, and in the bracket double quotes whatever may be the output string. Whatever may be the output string, write in the double quotes. So whatever may be the output string, that string is displayed on the console. Okay. Next, why it is called as formatted? Because we can format. Suppose on the first line of your console, what do you want? Enter name. That is the message. Okay. So enter name. That is message. Then on the second line you want /n, that is new line. Go to the new line. Cursor goes to the new line, and what you require? Suppose name, that is Amol. Double quote string. So this double quote string is displayed on the console, but how? It is in formatted way. We format it. How? First line enter name, then on the second line Amol is there. Okay. So this is the output. We can format it as per user's requirement. So this type of functions are called as formatted input output functions. Clear? What is the meaning of formatted? Okay. So these are the printf. This is the This is the syntax for the printf function. Next one, there is another printf function syntax. What is that? First, printf double quotes whatever may be the string, that is input string, output string. If that output string contains some variable data, it contains some variable data. So that variable data, double quotes complete, which is changing As per user enters the data at the runtime, and depending on that, the data get changed. So whatever may be the formatting type, suppose formatting type is D, double quotes complete, and next one you can write the name of the variable. Name of the variable. Okay. So output string with formatting type, whatever may be the data required from the user, and then name of the variable. These are the two different syntax for the printf function. Clear? Next one is the syntax for scanf function. Scanf, then in the double quotes, whatever may be the formatting type, different types of formatting types, %d for decimal number, that is your integer, okay, then comma and ampersand of variable name, and then ampersand of variable name. This is the general syntax for scanf. First, %d, that is formatting type. There are different formatting types in the C language. We will see later on. Next, double quotes complete, comma, then name of the variable, but gives you ampersand. Okay, so we will take one example so this concept get clear. Okay, so first example, how to print hello on the console. How to print hello on the console. So in C language, every program starts with the main function. Main, suppose void main. This is the first function, v small, void is a keyword, write in small letter, void main, and this is called as parenthesis, rounded brackets. What is the technical word for rounded bracket? Parenthesis. Clear? Then these are the curly brackets. In that curly bracket, we can write our code. What is the expected output on the console? This is the output screen, that is on which the output gets displayed, that is called as console. What we want? We want hello student. This message is displayed on the console. For that purpose, we can write the program. So starts from void main, parenthesis, then curly bracket. Inside the curly bracket, what we want? We first want whatever may be the data previously printed on the console. We want to clear that data first. Okay, whatever may be the raw data previously printed on the console. Console means black screen on which output get displayed. So we want to clear that data first. That is our first aim. So for that purpose, there is one function called as clr_scr. That means clear screen. Screen means output screen, that is called as console. And this is the built-in function. This is a built-in function. That built-in function is written somewhere in the con.io.h header file. There is different header files. First is suppose con.io.h. This is a header file. Okay, this is a header file in which this clear screen function's definition is present. That for that purpose, we want to include that file. We want to include that file. For including the file, we use #include. #include. So triangular bracket, inside that con.io.h. Here con stands for console. IO means input output. Console related input output functions are written in this con.io.h header file. So which are that? First is the clear screen. First function is the clear screen. Clear the console. So that definition is written in the con.io.h function header file. After that, there is another function called as getch to freeze the console. What is the main aim? To freeze the console. Freeze means stop the console. Okay, so that is also, that function's definition is also written in the con.io.h header file. Clear? So getch is the another one. Next, what we want to print hello student on the console. For that, which function is there? Printf function is there. Printf, double quotes, whatever may be the output string, that is what string we want to display on the console. We can write in double quotes. So double quotes, hello student, double quotes complete, parenthesis complete, then give the semicolon. Last thing, this hello student is displayed on the console now. But what we want now, we want to freeze it, because if we does not freeze the screen, that is, we does not stop the screen, we does not visible that message. For visible, actually that message get printed on the console. But what is the problem? That console window does not freeze. That's why we cannot visible or we cannot see that message is displayed or not. For that purpose, what we want to freeze or we want to stop that screen, output screen. So what is the function? Get ch. This is the built-in function, and this function is present in which header file? .io.h. Now, what printf function? We use it, but before using, where is the definition of the printf function present? That definition is present in the stdio.h header file. So that purpose we can include include stdio.h. STD stands for standard input output functions. Whichever may be the standard input output functions, printf, scanf, all these functions definition is written in the stdio.h header files. Clear? For that purpose we use the printf function, so we have to include include stdio.h header file. Clear? Now save this file. Save this file using suppose hello.c extension. After that, what we will do? We will compile the file. Okay, so there is one option available on your IDE, that is blue screen, where you write the whole code. There is one option, compile and run. When you compile, first save this file, give the subname hello.c, then after that what? Compile. While compiling, after compiling what? The file is converted. You know the functions of compiler. Compiler translate this file into object file .obj, hello.obj file. Okay, in this obj file, everything whatever will be written in the US English language, it is converted into binary and saved here in hello.object file. If there is no syntactical error in your C file. Otherwise, if error is there, then first you have to check where is the error and remove that error. After that, you compile it, and then what is the hello.object file is there. After creating hello.object file, you press the run button. If you run the program, then this hello.object file, not this hello.c. Which file is running? Now hello.object, which is in binary format. This file is submitted to your processor. Okay, and then processor knows the binary language, so he takes the action as per that binary file. Okay, so after running, which file is created? hello.exe, that is executable file. And after, if all this process is completed, that is your hello.c file is converted into hello.object file. After that, that file is converted into hello.execute file. What is the last file? That is hello.backup. Hello.back file. What is that back file? Actually, back file is taken, whatever may be the backup of your original source code is stored into the backup file. So, in execution of your C program, total 4 types of files are created. First is hello.c. After compilation, hello.back object file. After running, hello.object file is converted into hello.exe executable file and hello.backup file. 4 different types of files are present on your hard disk now. After total program gets executed. Clear? Okay. So this is the use of printf function. You can format this string as you wish. Clear? So next program, that is using scanf function. So this is the use of printf function to print data on the console. That is first use of printf function. Now we take another example. What is the program? Suppose what user wants. User wants enter first number. This is the message on the console. After that, cursor is blinking for scanning the data from user or scanning the number from user. User enters suppose 20 number, press enter. After that, what is the message? Enter second number. Okay. After that, what happens? Cursor is blinking for second number, suppose 30. User enters 30. And what is the final result? I want sum of these two numbers. So what is the last statement? Sum is equal to 50. It depends on the what user enters at the runtime. Okay, it depends on what user enters at the runtime. So what is the result? Sum is equal to 50. That is your output. As per the output, we design our code, because every time, whenever you create one project, so first you take the requirement from the user, and basis of the requirement you can design your software or simple program. Clear? So that is my requirement. What is the requirement? Enter first number, message is displayed on the console, then cursor is blinking for scanning, user enters the value for that first number, then enter second number, this is the message. After that, fourth line, what? User enters some value. After that, what? Sum is equal to what is the result. Okay, so we can just change our program. Okay, so what is the change in the program? First, clear screen, whatever may be on the console. First, we want to clear that data. Next, printf. First statement is enter first number. Enter first number. /n. /n for the cursor goes to the next line. Okay. After that, scanf percentage. Now what we want to scan? Integer data. For scanning integer data, what is the syntax of the scanf? First double quotes, formatting type. So for integer, formatting type is %d. For character, scanning character from the user, %c. For scanning float, %f. For scanning string, %s. Like that. So these are the formatting type. Now what we want to scan? Integer number. So d. Why d? D is called as decimal number. So it is d. Comma. Where we want to store that number? Some variable. So we want now some variable. So declare the variable above the clear screen statement. Integer, suppose first number is a, second number variable name is b. Okay, and for the sum, variable is the sum. First we declare the three variables a, b and sum. Clear? So where we want to store first number's value? Address of a. Address of a. I will explain the memory management afterwards. How actually the number is stored into the RAM. Okay. Next, what is the next statement? Printf. Enter second number /n, double quotes complete, then scanf. Don't discuss. %d. After that, ampersand of b. So second number is stored into variable b. After that, what we want? Sum is equal to a plus b. So whatever may be the variable value in the variable a and b is added by using operator plus and stored into some variable. Now what is the last task? We want to display that. So what we display? Sum is equal to, that is static one, and 50, that is dynamic one, because it is changing each time. So last one is the printf double quotes sum is equal to, but what? Percentage d, because we not print 50 directly because it becomes now static, but whatever may be the variable value a and b we don't predict. So what? That's why we can make the sum and store into sum variable. So sum is equal to percentage d, and what is the percentage d? Is a formatting type. Okay, what we want to display actually? Sum. What is the value in the sum variable is displayed here instead of percentage d. And last statement, that is get ch and next curly bracket get complete. So save this program using sum.h header file, compile it and run it. Okay, you got the output like this. So in this program, one thing is there. Okay, we can use printf. This is the first syntax. Second one, printf, but using sum is equal to plus formatting type. Okay, variable. So instead of sum, value of this sum is printed here in the percentage d. Okay, understood? So what is the memory management regarding that? Okay, so memory management. This is the RAM. First statement, when you compile the program, at the time of compilation, a, b and sum, these are the three variables, get allocated memory for each variable. Each variable having 2 bytes now. For a, 2 bytes, for b, 2 bytes, and sum variable, 2 bytes are reserved on which type of memory? Stack memory. Okay, we will see that storage types afterwards, because int is the data type and there is no storage type. If there is no storage type is atto. Local variables are there, and local variables are stored on the which partition? Stack partition on the RAM. So when you compile this program and after that run that program, what is the output? Enter first number. Message is displayed. Okay, then cursor is blinking. When you enter 20, suppose, and press the enter key, that 20 is moving where? Address of A. For the percentage d, cursor is blinking. Understood? And if you press enter, that data is moving to where? Address of A. So where is the address of A? A variable is stored on the RAM. So whatever may be the value 20 is stored in the address of A. After that, enter second number is displayed on the console. Then percentage d. For percentage d, cursor is blinking. Now you enter 30. Then that 30 value and press enter. That 30 value is moving towards the address of B. Okay, prior that A, B, C, A, B and sum variable got the locations on the RAM. So whatever may be the value 30 is stored into B now. After that, A plus B, retrieve that data from A and B from the memory locations. 20 plus 30. Make the addition. What is the addition? 50. And that 50 is stored at the address of sum. Where is the sum? On the RAM. On the stack partition. 50 is stored on the sum. And last thing, printf. Whatever may be the double quotes, in the double quotes, only that part is printed on the console. So what is there? Sum is equal to percentage d. That part gets displayed on the console only. But formatting type is not printed as it is on the console. Instead of that, whatever may be the name of the variable you write, that value in that variable is printed instead of percentage d. So what is the value inside the sum? 50. So this 50 is printed in the sum. So what is the output? Sum is equal to 50. Clear? So this is the use of printf and scanf function. Actually, what is the printf and scanf? These are the standard input output formatted functions, because we can format the data as per the user's requirement. So these are the two basic formatting type of IO functions. Clear? So we will stop here.